station and the other across the street directly in front of this T-Mobile store where people could see blood on the sidewalk there. But here are the details we know so far. According to the NYPD, the stabbing took place at approximately 8:05 a.m. The victim, a 26-year-old male, sustained a stab wound and was then transported to St. Luke's Hospital in stable condition. The suspect was last seen fleeing on West 96th Street. Now, authorities believe this was an unprovoked attack and no arrests have been made at this time. That's the latest from here on the Upper West Side. Etchick Robinson, News 12 New York.
Today marks 34 years since the horrific Happy Land fire in our borough. Community Board 6 will be holding a memorial to remember the 87 people who died that day inside the nightclub in West Farms. The memorial is set to begin at 6 tonight. Many of those victims were members of the Garifuna community. And meanwhile, a walking tour in honor of Garifuna Heritage Month yesterday wrapped up at the site of that Happy Land fire to pay tribute. The walking tour is meant to help keep Garifuna heritage and history alive. Organizers say they hope to expand these tours beyond just their Heritage Month. All right, we're calling all Bronxites. You are invited to a public hearing tonight on 4 new Metro North stations that are coming to the East Bronx. News 12 Samantha Cheney is at one of those stations in Morris Park. She has more on what's to come as well as how you can make your voice heard. Sam.
Yeah, well, come 2027, the city's plan is to make the East Bronx more accessible to the rest of the city. They say that new train station will be here on Morris Park Avenue and Eastchester Road, and it's going to have trains running directly into Penn Station. Here's what it looks like now. When the train comes, this is what the Department of City Planning says it will look like. The hope is that with more transportation will come more improvements for the East Bronx neighborhoods. The planning department says they're adding Metro North stations in Co-op City, Parkchester, Van Ness, and Hunts Point as well. They say it will offer more transportation options for reduced commute times to and from Manhattan and more access to jobs. Today I spoke with Bronxites who are looking forward to the plan becoming a reality, saying it could benefit the entire city.
People get to visit Morris Park, East Bronx. We don't typically have probably, I'd imagine, the volume of visitors that other areas of the Bronx do just because of lack of accessibility here on the east side. So I do think it'll be helpful.
Tonight's hearing is an opportunity for everyone to share their feedback on the new plan. It's expected to start at 7 o'clock at the Residence Inn Marriott Hotel, Metro Center on Eastchester Road. In Morris Park, I'm Samantha Cheney, News 12.
Sam, thank you. Y'all, that's your chance to be a part of the decision making. Okay, so if you ever drive on the Bruckner, heads up. We have overnight closures on the exit 50 ramp from the westbound Bruckner Expressway right here in the Boogie Down. Now, overnight, the closure will be from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. starting tonight until Thursday. That is, of course, subject to change depending on the weather. Drivers who use that exit instead, you'll have to take the Bronx River Avenue at exit 51 and then just follow the detour sign.
Well, after a violent attempted carjacking was caught on surveillance camera in Edison last week, the mayor and police chief of that township are speaking out today on ways to fight back. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating has more from Oak Tree Road in Edison, where that crime took place.
In this latest attempted carjacking, Highway, New Jersey. Edison officials are now pushing back on state legislators to do something about this. Namely, they want tougher penalties for the kids who are committing these crimes. This latest incident took place in the parking lot of the Patel Brothers grocery store on Oak Tree Road. Surveillance video shows the owner of an orange Bentley SUV fighting off 3 suspects before the car owner runs away with his key fob. Police would track down those and carjacking. But there's a fear from township officials that they'll be released early or get a slap on the wrist because they're juveniles. That's why Edison officials will also be asking for repeat offenders to be kept in jail until their trial dates. Edison is one of many townships around New Jersey that has had issues with cars being stolen. It was a year ago that Edison police noticed a change. They started responding to more home invasions and more car